What's up? What's up, guys? I was just retweeting this out real quick. Every day. Of course, I told my wife my show was starting. I'm going to answer it right in front. Hey, just live in front of everybody. What's up? I said just live in front of everybody. What's up? But I literally just texted her and told her it was starting. She's like, oh, shit. Okay. If you're watching this on Twitter, do me a favor and retweet this for me, please. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet it, trying to grow this show. If you like what you're seeing in terms of the picks, the plays, if you're first time watching, I do this every single day live at 11:30 on YouTube at Lunchtime in the Lab. Link at the very top of my Twitter bio there if you're watching. I forgot to pull up the so she's trying to ask me. I think my nephew or whatever my son's cousin, so nephew is gonna stay the night tonight. Hit this record button and we'll get going. Let me pull up the screen here. We're talking about the weather as we have been here. Kind of recently, pretty important in the beginning of some of these stages for what the hell button am I looking for? Here it goes. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There it goes. But all right. Oh, I didn't have my mic in front of me either. What's up and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. I am your host, as always, live at 11:30 every day. Today we are live on Twitter and YouTube. I've already done my little bit of an intro, forgot to hit the record button here, so we are ready to rock. For those of you watching or listening to the audio version of it today, we have ourselves, at least in my area, a beautiful Sunday. I can't wait to get going. After this podcast, I'm gonna get me a fat run in. I'm super excited to go for a run. I've been hitting the treadmill really well. Not really losing as much weight as I would have hoped. Down like 10 pounds, something like that. But I can feel that I'm running longer and it feels better, and the hip and the knee feels good. So excited to get out and run today. And then I got some yard work to do. I mean, I think that's why I'm most excited. First mow of the season is going to happen today as well. My grass is nice and green, but getting very long, so it's time to mow it. Super excited for that. But here we go, guys. We'll go ahead and just hit the weather here, kind of out of whack a little bit, and then we're getting into the normal podcast. But I just wanted to touch real quick on this Minnesota and the Cleveland game. We got some possible rain issues here, and then just still a lot of strong wind if you're looking on the far right side. KC at 17, Colorado at 17. Although you look at the Colorado and they're projecting the higher runs. But we just haven't seen it at the Rockies Stadium there. We haven't seen those high runs like a lot of those projections. You have a lot of, Nationals ballpark here. We got it blowing in. Pirates blowing in. Yankees blowing in. Braves blowing in. Tigers blowing in. Reds blowing in. Twins blowing in. Brewers blowing in. Royals, White Sox blowing out. It's going to contradict the play that I have on them later on. Cardinals blowing out to left center. Maybe liking a right-handed bat there. Cubs blowing in. Rockies blowing in. Giants blowing out to right field. Angels blowing out like 7 miles an hour, so nothing crazy. Rangers blowing out a little bit too. I think that's a dome though. So anyhow, just wanted to touch on the weather here. As like I said, it's normally pretty important. We're kind of doing it quick. Did it especially fast today because I didn't plan on talking too much about it. But we'll pull her up here, get my notes pulled off here, and we are off to the races. Before we get into today's plays, as always, we'll take a look back and see what we did yesterday. We had let's see, we had the Royals first 5 team total over 2.5. Unfortunately, that did not come in. Man, they had chances early. They weren't hitting, unfortunately. And then we got Corey Seager over 1.5 total bases. That one did hit. And then we have that second play. That third play we'll talk about here in a second is still on the board. So 1 in 1 day yesterday with 1 pending for today. So we have the chance of, getting a 4-0. I feel like I'm crooked on the screen. Let me scoot over here. Before we get into the plays, though, you got beer money behind me. All caps, home run, 30% off. Normally, I have the all caps lunchtime code for 25% off. Link in the bottom on YouTube here, all the way at the top on the Twitter bio. Let's see. I don't have it pulled in front of me. I have looked at. Let me pull up my tracker here though, because I know I had another. 2 days ago, I was up 2.83 units. I was up 0.9 yesterday. In the last 14 days, I'm up over 15. This month, over 10. let's see, 11 units now on the year to date, 72 units. I am getting dangerously close to hitting 300. Let's see, 222 in the old Discord, 72 on this one. That's quick math. That's 294. I am 6 units away from hitting 300 on a, quote unquote professional level. Super excited for that. I'm really thinking I need to maybe save some money up, maybe do like a $300 giveaway to like $100 to 3 people, or man, I don't know. I feel like 300 is a nice number, for profit or whatever. I was on an 11-month straight streak. I did lose in January, and then here we go, killing it, up 35 last month, up 25 the month before, whatever, however it was, and doing pretty well now, of course. So we'll get into the plays here. Enough of talking about me. You guys are here for my plays, not just what I've been doing. But the whole team has been doing fantastic. Sports Laydown's back. He had made like $11,000 yesterday. I need to just start following his plays, too. But here we go. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so I got this one up as a reminder. We had the Battlehawks. They won yesterday. DC Defenders play today at 4 p.m. If you were riding with me on that two-leg, we had the Battlehawks money line and the DC Defenders money line for plus 105. So we need the Defenders to win today. Favorite by like minus 230. So we should be looking pretty good. Solid quarterback there. We've already talked about the game, but a reminder, we still have this play going. I tell you though, the Battlehawks offense just really, it just hasn't been there, it seems like, unfortunately. So hopefully, we continue to see them kind of turn it around and everything like that. But here we go. We'll get into the plays for today. My wife is, I thought she was on her way home, but she's getting the nephew, and then I'm gonna go hit that run and go get some mowing in and get some building and some cussing. I'm sure, the instructions always suck. I have to put this whole ass thing together, and guess how many pages of instructions? Literally like 5. They like show you the picture and it's like, here, build it. And it's like, well, how? Like, I swear, like, these places suck. First play in this game, though, is going to be Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5. Plus 105 on DraftKings right now. Plus 105 for this bet. Yankees bats finally seem like they've woken up for us. Judge, hit a home run yesterday, I think it was. Maybe goes back to back. We got Judge on the cover athlete today. Normally, I've been doing a good job of picking those guys out that kind of come through for us. Corey Seager yesterday. We were on Morel a couple days ago when he had hit his first home run of the year. But they put up 8 runs in the first 5 innings yesterday. They scored, I think, 9 altogether. So it was nice to kind of see their bats wake up. Juan Soto has been a great addition. Judge and Rizzo and all them guys are just starting to hit the ball. Gleyber Torres, get those guys going. And I think we have, a pretty solid offensive output from them. They scored 3 runs in back-to-back innings, 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, and then they put up another, I think it was 5, or they scored in the 5th running. They scored a bunch of runs in the first 5. So not only are their bats hot, though, we get to go against, I think his name's Bowden. I might be saying super Midwest accent or something on that one, but last name's Francis. Almost seems like his name's backward, like it should be Francis Bowden. But the guy pitched against the Astros on his first start, pitched 5 innings, but gave up 10 hits and 7 earned runs in that game. So he got hit big time by the Astros. The Astros, hitting the ball pretty good here in the beginning. It kind of cooled off, back and forth. But then you have the Yankees, though. The bats are waking up, and they get to face this guy who just got mashed by the Astros, in his first start. So far, he hasn't proven to have a quality start. This Yankees lineup can be pretty dangerous, and with the struggles that they had, the struggles that Francis had early against Houston, getting the Yankees at plus 105 to put up 3 runs in the first 5 innings, it just feels good. It's another one of these spots where we're attacking specifically the pitcher. So I want to do the first 5 instead of the full game, although I do think they score probably a handful of runs here. If you're in the Discord, I have a version of this play going already in a builder type form, which is a little more of what I'm known for, kind of picking the spots and being, consistent with the DeMario here. I think DeMario, dude's super consistent. In fact, somebody used to call me Mr. Consistent. We don't talk about those people anymore. First play is going to be Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5. Second play, today. Let me just say too, by the way, I'm cooking up my home run parlay, and I've only got two. So those of you that are watching live on YouTube or Twitter, if you have somebody that you really like for a home run, drop that in the comments for me, please. I got two that I thought I kind of came to mind really fast. I'm kind of looking for a third. So if there's somebody you really like, definitely make sure you let me know. I'm thinking an Astro might not be a bad guy. I kind of have a little bit of an idea, but if there's somebody out there that's got a home run hitter today that they really like, I'd be interested in hearing it to maybe add a third leg to my parlay here that I normally put out. Second play is going to be from this Dodgers and Cubs game, man. This game's been wild. Ace says Ohtani, man. That man, I don't know how many of y'all are following me on Twitter, but we needed Ohtani to hit a home run the other day to cash a plus 7,000. We ended up going 2 for 3 on that day, and Ohtani really let us down. He didn't hit a home run. He didn't hit a home run for another like 3 or 4 days or something like that. So that man, although he is hitting well, he hit a double, I think, again yesterday. A home run, I think, before that. The dude has been hitting pretty well there. But in this game here, I'm liking the Dodgers team total over 4.5 on DraftKings. We're sitting at plus 110 on this bad boy. So we got two plus money bets. Ohtani, yeah. And then that's the thing too. What's that? Quandale Dingle. Ohtani and Luis Robert let us down back to back. I thought about betting on Luis Robert today, and then I forgot he got hurt and he's going to be out for like 2 months. I got a Twitter says, Soto, Jordan, man, that's a thought that I had. I was leaning Jordan or Tucker, as a possible third, but I kind of wanted to hear what other people might say. But anyway, let's get through this play. Second play is the Dodgers versus the Cubs. Dodgers team total over 4.5. They I could have looked up how to pronounce this guy's name ahead of time. Shota, I'm guessing. Eminaga, I bet. That's maybe wrong, but that's what it looks like. Against the Rockies, he pitched 6 scoreless innings with 2 hits given up in his first big league start. I think he's good. I think he's a solid pitcher. So you might say, like, well, why are you going against him? There's a few things, and he is good, but his first big league American start was against the Rockies. He pitched, like I said, 6 scoreless, just gave up 2 hits. Good start. Rockies bats, not that good. Today, he faces a Dodgers lineup that can put up runs with the best of them. Arguably the best lineup in the league in terms of talent, next to probably the Braves. But man, the Braves, I can't believe the Braves have won in like that. Come back, give up 6 runs in the first inning in back-to-back games or whatever. That's insane. The Dodgers have scored 5+ runs in every game up until yesterday. They were on like an 11-game streak, if I'm not mistaken, at least 10-game streak. I know for sure because I had tweeted about it. They had scored 5+ runs in every single game for 10 straight games. Yesterday may have been the 11th, and they ended up only scoring 4 runs. They scored just 4 runs. This series between the Cubs and the Dodgers has just been a banger. Unfortunately, Cubs games are in a blackout territory for me on MLB TV, so I can't watch that. People have been DMing me a lot. Appreciate you guys that are saying it. I know about those bootleg websites. I do it, on the NFL. I used to, but I like to watch it on the big screen TV, and I guess I can cast it from my phone. But wouldn't you believe I'm on my phone pretty dang often with a lot of these messages from YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. In the Discord, I try to stay on top of. So I kind of need my phone. I need my phone to be able to do some of this stuff. So I haven't been able to watch it, but it's been a banger. This is Shota's second start as a big leaguer. Of course, he pitched in Japan, so it's not like this is really a big difference. He's pitched at a professional type level before, but now once again he's in the quote unquote big leagues here. And in his second start, he faces this Dodgers lineup. This Dodgers lineup that hits lefties really well. Really well. They hit lefties really well. In spring training, though, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. I think we're getting plus money at the 4.5 because they're looking at this pitcher that did pitch really well. So far, he has not given up a run. He has given up only 2 hits in the major leagues. However, when he pitched in spring training, that was not the case. He allowed 9 runs on just 12.2 innings. The guy got hit really hard in spring training. Um, I don't know who he all played. I just looked up the stats. I don't know like if those were against better teams, against worse teams, anything like that. I know that this guy pitched really well against the Rockies, which is not really saying a whole lot. He got beat up in spring training, which once again is maybe saying a lot because you don't have a lot of stars. It's some of these guys fighting for positions and everything. He got beat up, gave up 9 runs in spring training, and he's going against this very, very powerful Dodgers lineup that hits lefties really hard. And like I said, just yesterday was the first time that this bet has missed. So maybe we just jump back on it and see what happens. So second play is going to be Dodgers team total over 4.5 runs, not first 5. We're talking full game. We're not worried about I refreshed this, my bad. We're not worried about first 5s, nothing like that. We got a whole game to get to this 4.5. Before you get into the third play, as always, I'm clicking it over on my side. We had 5 likes. I just made it 6 on my side. I can see there is about 20 people watching right now on YouTube. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. If you have not subscribed to me yet, please do that for me as well. Weekend shows have been, man, I tell you, we've been killing it the last like 3 days. 67 viewers was the highest I had the other day. It's kind of gone up and down. Yesterday was a little less. Today, when I stream on Twitter, I feel like I normally have less on YouTube as well. 24 people watching right now, so appreciate all those people that have been popping in. Like I said, I tell you what, I'm really excited to be hitting 100 people watching on YouTube every day. If you are enjoying, what's going on here, the picks, and you're watching on Twitter or you watch this on a recorded version every single day on YouTube, I only go live on Twitter every other day, and sometimes not even that. Sometimes I forget or whatever, just trying to continue to get exposure to the show and everything like that. And especially like to go live on Twitter. That way I can like retweet it, and then you get more people watching, and it's an additional way to, try to grow and try to figure some out, so third play. What's that? Jordan 4 hits was a banger the day he took the home run. Yeah, but dude couldn't get a home run. Third play, probably my favorite play. And you can see I like to bet on the White Sox because it's my team. However, I have not bet for the White Sox yet, and I'm still not going to. Still not doing it. Appreciate that. Appreciate the sharing. What's up, by the way, Payday? What's up, Taco? Been seeing you guys. Quandale, been seeing you. Ace, been seeing you. Demario, been seeing you. Appreciate those guys. He did a home run that day. Appreciate you guys that have been popping in. I am thinking Jordan for the third leg, to be honest, for the home run parlay. That is kind of what I'm thinking. And, it was nice to see somebody else, mention it. But here's my favorite play for the day. I'm thinking going against the White Sox, going against the Royals here. We're going to go with Jared. What's up, man? I've been seeing you around too. We're going to go with the Royals, the White Sox and the Royals under. If you're in the Discord, you've seen this play. I didn't give a write-up with it. Saved it for the podcast. So if you see me drop this play in the Discord about an hour ago, something like that, here's the reasoning for it. On DraftKings, we're still sitting at minus 105. So I nearly have every play at plus money for the podcast today. And as a reminder, Sunday baseball sucks. During the summer last year, I actually wouldn't even bet on it. I've always been a little nervous about Sunday baseball. So I'm a little limited in the Discord. I have variations of some of these plays posted in the Discord, try to give the best in the Discord. We're going to have some, so we've already had some losers in baseballs, and we turn around and we've got on streaks. I did this 2 years ago, doing online. I was sharing stuff to Twitter, and I went on like a 14-0 streak in baseball. Then you turn around and you lose 10 in a row. Baseball can be a nasty sport. It's a grind, and everything like that, So we'll talk about that home run play here in a second. What's that? Dat boy. Let's get this third play out of the row. White Sox, Royals under 9. I don't know if you asked for a better situation. This is my favorite play of the day. Although you hate to play unders, you bet that under and you walk away and you forget about it. Like I said, I got some furniture to build. I got some yard work to do. 2 p.m. Let's see, it's noon. That game might be on. I put it on. I like to put it on the radio, unfortunately, because that's going to be a blackout game for me on MLB TV. But I'll have that playing out in the garage. I'm going to start putting together my thing out there after yard work and stuff, but couldn't ask for a better situation. Honestly, 9 feels too high. I think this line should be 7.5, to be completely honest. I think we have a full run of value here, running a half of value. In the last 2 games, these 2 teams combined have scored 6 runs. 6 runs in 2 games. They're saying we have an over-under of 9 for 1 game today. I get it. When I was showing the weather, we had wind blowing out. But that doesn't mean the ball is going to go. They still got to get it out. We have 17, 19, 20 mile an hour blowing out to center field. I understand. I looked at Whit Merrifield for am I combining Bobby Witt and then the other guys? Merrifield. I looked at Bobby Witt, I think is who I'm thinking of for a home run. I was thinking Luis Robert, but I forgot he was hurt, thinking for a home run. I think my son just ran through the living room with cereal. Dude just doesn't eat real food. Dude, so frustrating. I lost my train of thought. He kills me. He always does this to me. In the last 2 games, like I said, they scored 6 combined runs. We have a total over-under of 9. 3 under the total for this whole game when they've only scored 6 in the last 2 games. The White Sox. My White Sox. What do I have on today? Look at that. My White Sox. I have a Reds hat in the closet. I got an Angels hat coming just because I wanted a red hat and they didn't have a Phillies hat in my size. I would have preferred, I got a fat head. I would have preferred to have had a Phillies hat, but I got an Angels hat coming. I got this nice Blue Jays hat picked out that I actually have enough free money. It's all been for free because the Fanatics is fantastic. I love that book. Speaking of Fanatics, somebody just mentioned that. So I'm gonna get a Blue Jays hat. It's a 2024 clubhouse hat that's gonna be getting. It's nice. Anyway, I'm sorry. White Sox collectively batting .177, the worst, which is 30th. And unfortunately, I look at a lot of sports. I had to Google this morning how many teams are in the MLB, and they said 30, and I was like, damn, we're last. 1.177 batting average, which is last in the MLB. They also have the worst per base percent scored. Oh, what the hell? I'm reading the chat and trying to talk. On base percent. They have the worst on base percent. They have the worst batting average. That's my team, man. Repping them. Oh, wait a second. Luis Robert had like a hip flexor injury. He's going to be out 2 months. Yeah, that was our best player. Eloy Jimenez, dude's hurt all the time. I don't remember a year he hasn't been hurt. He like jumped up one time to try to rob a home run and like tore his like pec. And dude just hurt all the time. He don't even plan on him ever playing. Our best 2 bats are out of the lineup. They're not going to be able to score too much. They already can't score very many runs, and they're missing their 2 best bats. Of course, any given Sunday, football terminology, but literally in baseball, anything can happen at any moment. All of this before we get to talk about the pitchers. Casey's throwing Alec Marsh, who's looked great. He looked fantastic against the Orioles. The Orioles bats, the dogs. Orioles bats have been great, and then they kind of fall off. And the Orioles are definitely a roller coaster right now. But at that moment, the Orioles bats were good at that. When KC beat the Orioles, that was the first like feeling of an upset this year. Alec Marsh threw 7 innings pitched and only gave up 1 earned run. Not many hits in that game. Marsh looked fantastic against the Orioles. What do you think he's going to do against this very lowly White Sox team? On the other side, White Sox throwing Garrett Crochet the 3rd time this year already, which seems a little early. He is their ace for sure. Crochet is 1-1, but has pitched now 13 innings with just 2 runs given up. He has pitched 2 games so far, 2 outings, and he's only given up 2 runs in both of those. That's super solid. The only really bright spot that's like on this team. And he's had 16 strikeouts, 8 in both of those. Crochet has had 8 strikeouts in 2 straight starts. He's been a bright spot against this very bad team, like I said, and I think he can hold it down. He just went 7 innings against the Braves. And he gave up however many runs. 1. He gave up 1 in each. He gave up 1 run in 7 innings against the Braves. That's a game the White Sox won. That's the only game that the only game the White Sox have won has been has been against the Braves. What the hell's up with that? It goes to show that the Braves are struggling right now. But under 9 here just feels insanely generous by the books. We have 2 pitchers that have had 2 really good starts. Crochet had a really good 2 starts. And you can't tell me this KC Royals team is anything like what he's faced so far with the Braves. And you can't tell me that this White Sox team is anything like the Orioles team. So you have 2 pitchers that have performed much better, have performed against much tougher talent, going against a much easier matchup today. And we have, just in the White Sox team that's not going to score. I could see the White Sox winning this thing like 3-2, 4-3, something like that. I could also see KC winning like 6-0. It's there's the White Sox aren't going to put up many runs. It's whether or not KC is in terms of that. I think the White Sox get. Hey, it's Sunday baseball. Sorry, what are you doing? Dude's in there. I swear it was behind my screen. I think we're going to hit that under. So let me show this graphic here. We can talk about the home run parlay. Now's the time if any of you guys had any particular questions or anything you guys want to chat about real quick. And if not, we'll probably cut it short. I mean, 26 minutes. That's not too bad. But I want to get this done for the podcast getting a little lengthy here. So to recap for today, on April 7th, a nice Sunday, we have the Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5. Dodgers team total over 4.5. That's the full game team total for the Dodgers. And then the last play is going to be the White Sox and Royals under 9 runs. As always, I'm your host, Lunchtime in the Lab. We brought to you every day at 11:30. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to follow me on social medias at LiveJoeBets. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. Okay. That's done. Home run parlay for today. The only thing that throws me off from using Yordan Alvarez or Justin Tucker is that FanDuel has a 30% boost or something like that, and I'm going to want to use it in that game. But at that point, I'll know whether or not my 2 guys have hit. So I guess I could just like re-roll one of those players because I would probably run like total bases or something like that anyway. I like to do like, Yordan and, Yordan for 2 total bases, maybe Adalis Garcia for 2 total bases, something like that, We'll do Yordan Alvarez. He's been hitting pretty good. Let's see. How has he hit against Dunning, though? Before I tell you what. I don't think Tucker or Alvarez had. My screen just moved. That's weird. Batting 300 with a home run. That's not bad. Okay. And you got the lefty right up matchup. All right. So, what the hell? Sorry. The Mariners game just locked for some reason. I wonder if he's not playing. Damn it. Hold on, guys. I had Cal Raleigh up here and he just voided or whatever. So I wonder if maybe he's not playing today. He's not in the lineup. Oh wait, that's Mariners. He's not in the lineup. Dang it, guys. All right, I'm not ready at all now. Unless y'all got somebody else for me. Somebody said Soto. That pitcher did suck in his first time around. So I had Mike Trout and Cal Raleigh. But I no longer have Cal. So we got Trout and Alvarez, which is only like plus 1,400. Anybody that's still around, if you got any insights, you let me know. Got the lefty right up matchup for Soto. And it's early, right? Yeah. Which sometimes the ball moves early and then sometimes it's like, Yo, is Stanton going to turn it around at any point, by the way? Has that guy even got a hit yet? Isn't he playing like horrendous? Yankees could be dangerous if that guy got good again. We're on Soto. That's what we're doing. It's going to be Soto, Alvarez, and Trout plus 6,632. I'll post it on Twitter though. Soto hit one last night. I don't like to play people back to back. I really don't. But it's not to mean that they can't do it. Because Judge hit one last night, I think, but he's like plus 250. You hate to play that. Oh, you're saying Stanton did? That's why I feel like Soto's do. Yeah, that's the play. Trout, Alvarez, and Soto for home runs plus 6,632. I think DraftKings had a stepped up little parlay thing. Maybe worth playing there. But I'll post, if you're in the Discord, I'll post the link in there so you guys, it's easier. I'll do it on FanDuel so you guys can just follow it. If you're on Twitter, if you're not in the Discord, I'll post on Twitter so you can see it that way. I think we're gonna close it out here though. My son keeps getting in the pantry, and I need to go catch him eating whatever the heck he's eating. He doesn't eat lunch. He just helps himself to donuts and cereal and stuff like that. This 3-year-old kid is driving me crazy. I'm gonna close it out here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Those people I'm seeing on the regular, and I will catch you guys back tomorrow at 11:30.